Good evening, everybody. It is the 3rd of October 2019, and this is, of course, DAYZ. However, we are on the Xbox rather than almost at the PlayStation. We're on the PlayStation. We are on the private server, and as the title says, I'm all alone on the private server. I don't actually really know where I am. In fact, let's just quickly change these settings, because they haven't solved that bug. Let's have a look. That's better. And we've also got update 1.05. And if you're watching this live, welcome to Twitch. If you're watching this as a recording on YouTube, then unfortunately with the Xbox, I can't stream directly from the Xbox to YouTube, so I have to stream it first to Twitch and then export it from Twitch back to YouTube. So the quality generally won't be as good. But I tell you one thing I am super impressed with is how smooth this game runs on my Xbox One S. Really super smooth. The frame rate feels faster than it does on my PlayStation 4. Really does. Yeah, definitely seems to have a faster frame rate. Now I don't know if that might be because this is a fresh server and there's nobody on the server, or maybe the game is optimized a little bit better for Xbox than it is for PlayStation, maybe. Or it could be that my PlayStation's on its last legs. It does tend to sound like a Harrier jump jet most of the time. Now, we've got some super interesting things with 1.04. They've played around with the disease. I've got a drink in my hand, haven't I? Why don't we just drink that? The disease settings. Now we've got chances to get cholera and all sorts of nasty stuff. But the most important thing for me is vaulting. So let's go and find something to... I've got to be careful now because I haven't actually got a weapon. I suppose I've got a torch. I've got a can of sardines. That can be our weapon. So, right, here we go. So for the very first time, I'm going to vault over this barrier, because normally you couldn't, could you? Let's see. Oh my god. Oh, we are going to go vaulting mad. And we can climb. Can we climb over this? Okay, that's too tall. Fair enough. Can we vault over this table? No, we can only jump. But we can definitely vault over small walls now. Oh, wow. Wow. Can we vault over this? Oh, look! We can climb onto a table. Now, seriously though, this is going to increase the immersion of DAYZ incredibly, because one of the problems is you would come up to barriers like this and literally you'd be running along, you'd be jumping up and down trying to get over it, and now we can hop over it. And zombies could always hop over this stuff with no problems at all. Right, so so first gameplay video of the on the Xbox private server, Nitrado private server. If you fancy joining, if you've got DAYZ on Xbox and you're over 18, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click on the links down below. But basically, you've just got to join my Patreon, which is $2 a month. That will give you access to the private server, or become a member of my YouTube channel, and then you can have sort of a more chilled out, a slightly more mature version of DAYZ. And at the moment there's nobody else on the server, so the loot will be absolutely amazing. Well, I say nobody else, there's only me. I really want to avoid zombies until I can find some sort of weapon. I've got to say, this is running incredibly smoothly on my Xbox One S. I do have it... No, I don't have it installed on a hard drive. On a SSD. It's just on the regular hard drive. Probably going to be streaming for about an hour tonight, not too long. Just to kind of get a feel for the game. And as I say, the problem with Xbox is I get, well, it's not really a problem, but I have to stream to Twitch and then export back to YouTube, so it makes things slightly different, because normally I stream from my PS4 straight to YouTube when I'm doing these games. If you're new to DayZ, it is a absolutely fantastic zombie survival adventure game. No, I've never played a game like this. It's insta-kill, it's permadeath, so that if you die, that's it, you start off with a new character. Although with the new spare shoes always come in handy. In fact, how are our shoes doing? Let's have a look. We've just got trainers. They're still going good. Although with the latest patch, there is a character creator. So that's cool, so you don't have to spawn in as a random character, though I did quite enjoy being random characters. You never knew quite what you get. At the moment, I'm just started this life, so I'm not really bothered about finding out where I am. The sort of long-term goal with this character is to, we want to find a weapon, we want to find some more, find a backpack, we want to find some food, enough to keep us going for a bit. And then we really want to start hunting around, finding clothes. We'll head to some military areas to get some nice camo. And then what I need to do is go up to the Green Mountain area to set up the trading post for when people do join the server, if they want to come and trade. So a bit of background then. So why should you join the Scale Speeder Gaming private server? For Xbox. Well, if you've played DayZ and you found the public servers great fun, but they can be a little bit unforgiving, to say the least. What a private server gives you is a place where you don't have, you shouldn't have, there's never as many people. You know, so at the moment there's only me on this server, so there'll be a lot less people. And the way that we set it up with the rules is that we have a safe zone along the south coast, and then we have the hostile zone, which is the rest of the map. And the idea is that you can't kill anybody in the safe zone, or set traps, or do nasty things. But as soon as you're in the hostile zone, people can shoot you. However, we've made a decision on the PlayStation server, and this has worked pretty well, that what we do is, whenever you build a base anywhere in the safe zone or the hostile zone, it's all nobody is allowed to attack a base. You know, you can't break into a base, you can't nick stuff. Bases are sacrosanct. You know, they're always, you're not allowed to attack them even in the hostile zone, because you have to put an awful lot of work in to build bases, and we felt that it wasn't fair to let people to attack people's work and destroy it. Now, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, because you get people who break the rules, then we have all sorts of malarkey that happens, but overall you can practice the mechanics of DayZ in a fairly friendly environment, you know, where you don't have to worry about someone in a motorbike helmet coming up and shooting you in the head. You can, you know, learn how to build, learn how to survive, and then when you want your kicks in terms of adrenaline and things like that, you can go to the public servers. The other thing that you get on the Scale Speeder Gaming private servers as well is the fact that I set it up so that the days are very long and the nights are very short. So we have a 6-hour day, and the night lasts, I think, about 15 minutes. So you don't have to worry about having torches and things like that. Ooh, a bit glitchy there. What's that there? Pistol mag. See, I don't need weapons because there's nobody else. I don't need guns. I do need. Hello, what did I just pick up? Some. What's that? Some Christmas lights. No, we don't need those. I really would like a weapon though. think maybe it's that the resolution might be slightly lower on the Xbox, but the frame rate is definitely higher. Definitely higher. Right, so what all I'm doing is I'm just heading along the coast, because along the coast you get the little boats, and the boats tend to have food, drink, and often you can find backpacks as well. Because in the initial stages of playing a new character with DayZ, it's all about getting the essentials, getting food, getting drink, getting a knife, well, sharp objects so you can make bandages, finding a backpack, getting the basic loot, and then moving inland. Because the way that loot works in DayZ is the further inland you get, the better the loot is. Right, so there we go. So there's an example. We found a can of drink. There's another can of drink. So we've got to a little town now. And in DayZ, you have to drink, you have to eat, you have to repair your clothes. Obviously, you've got to fight off zombies. All the loot is location specific as well. So in industrial areas, you'll find industrial loot. In military areas, you'll find military loot. There's a jerry can's very, very useful when you're making vehicles. The problem with vehicles was if they had a very high tendency to glitch out and you'd kill yourself when you're driving vehicles and they would get damaged. Hopefully they'll be a little bit smoother now. But it takes so long to get a vehicle running that it kind of put people off. Right, so we're in a little town, so it'd be worth having a look around here and getting some basic loot together. Zombies hang around in towns, though, so you've got to be careful that way. The inventory system is an absolute nightmare, but you do get used to it. CR75. Yeah, I'm not really interested in weapons. That's the other thing in the private servers. You don't have to worry that much about getting looted and booted. Take some duct tape though, that's handy for repairing things like backpacks. So here we go. So we're starting to come across zombies now. So what we got here? Like some sports pants. See that zombie there's got a nice backpack, I could take that off him. But because I'm only armed with a can of sardines, it's not ideal. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can kill a zombie with a... Oh, see, I can climb over these now. Before you'd have to take a running jump. It's so good. Combination, not great for locking up bases when you build a fence. Okay, so we can have a look. We can work out where I am now. So let's have a quick look on the I Survive map. So there is no built-in map on DayZ. If you want to figure out where you go, you've got to have an external app on your laptop or your phone. Let's have a look. That is... So that is, Kamishovo is 3 kilometers away, so this means that I'm on the east coast, which is good. This is good. So we're kind of going in the right direction. Oh my god, that's so much easier being able to do this. DayZ is a fantastically chilled out, just adventure game. Right, so here we go. So we've got a backpack now. So we've now got opportunity to carry a lot more stuff. As you carry more stuff though, you do have to be careful that you don't start carrying too much stuff. I mean, you can't completely overwhelm yourself like in something like Fallout. Oh yeah, we'll have that hat. That's a nice hat. But if you look in the bottom left hand corner, that's my stamina bar down there. If I can talk. Not worried about ammo at this point. And the more stuff you're carrying, the shorter your stamina bar is. Which means that you can't run for quite as long, which can be a problem. There we go, cockerel. We could do. If we had a knife, we could... Well, I could kill the cockerel anyway with my can of sardines. And then we could cut him up and we could cook him. If we so wished. I could hear zombies outside. Because the problem is, on a public server, even when you're doing things like this, you've got to be very careful because there could be someone around the corner with a shotgun ready to take you out. He's noisy, isn't he? Oh, you have no idea how good it is. There's a car battery. A battery charger, sorry. Down in the bottom right corner, that's where my icons are for how healthy I am. So we've got drink, food, temperature, and blood. The first two are kind of, well, the first three are self-explanatory. And then if you get cut, you start to lose blood, so you need to bandage yourself up. There we go, so we can kill the zombie with the 10 sardines. There we go, 2 shots. See if she's got anything on her. She got some food. Love that, thank you very much. But I haven't even got a sharp object at the moment, so I can't even open tins of food. So we need to find a knife or an axe, something like that. Vaulting is so good. There's a zombie up there. Yeah, I don't know why those zombies started aggroing me so quickly. So you see there how quickly a situation can get out of hand. So a couple of zombies saw me, I didn't see them. They're aggroing me, and all of a sudden, trying to fight 2 zombies is much more difficult than just fighting 1. I will take the shotgun shells. There's one of them around the back. The idea here is to try and just let one of them in. I don't think we can. Oh, that was cool. Got him through the window. Get this guy? No. Just have to kill this guy. There we go. So this guy's got a torch, but I've already got one. This guy. So we're getting a little bit thirsty now, so let's have a drink. Let's put that can back in our hands. Alright, here we go. am I? I think I'm in Sol... Solinici. There's a little... these are military barracks here, which is good. Might find some good stuff. Climb over these fences. No. I really want a combat knife or something like that. Oh well, I'd really like an axe. Okay, so field vest, pop that on. That increases our inventory. But again, it slowly starts to weigh you down. A couple of SG5Ks. Not interested in those. Assault backpack. We could take that. I'm going to use that instead of this orange thing. 42 it can... Oh, it can only hold 20. No, we'll stick with our orange backpack because it can hold more stuff. Alright, this is quarry here. Yeah, right, okay. We'll have a look around because this is an industrial place, so it'd be good for finding things like nails. Cockerel's still crowing away. How are my shoes looking? Right, they're worn, but they're not damaged yet, so... Zombie's still over there. Tire repair kit. Oh, a car tent. Ah. Alright. Oh, that's good. It fitted in my backpack. That's good. That will come in very, very handy up at the Green Mountain Trading Post. One of the things you struggle with in DayZ is something called persistence. And persistence is how long things stay on the server. So if, for example, I was to drop my backpack now, in a short time, in a couple of hours, it would... Car radiator, it would disappear. And the problem is then if you want to store things on the server without them disappearing, how do you do that? And you have to put them into something that has what is called persistence. So if you find barrels, they have persistence. Anything in the backpack? Car tents and tents have persistence. So if you store stuff in them, they will be there when you respawn in. I mean, after a few weeks, the stuff will start to disappear. That's how you can build like a permanent, what's the word, almost like residence on the server, by building bases. That way if you die, because you could get killed by zombies at any time, or you could be in the hostile zone. Canned peaches, lovely. You can then return to your base, and then get the stuff out of it. Let's head on down to the coast. The problem we've got is that we've got a drink. We really need to find a can opener or a knife or something. If we don't, you're always in danger of the possibility of starving to death. But when you've got a new spawn, until you do find things like a knife, a can opener or an axe or something like that. Just lucky that it's a beautiful day on Chernarus. Sun is shining. Yeah, I do apologise if the quality of the video isn't that good. Because the bitrate is fairly low, sorry, from my Xbox to Twitch, and then hence over to YouTube. But it does look really good. It looks very crisp, very crisp on my TV. And although this probably isn't the most exciting thing to watch, it is a very chilled out game when you're just wandering around like this, just looking for resources to survive. A little bit like State of Decay. You know when you're playing State of Decay or State of Decay 2, and you've got your characters in wandering around finding stuff. This is more chilled out than that, because in State of Decay there's zombies everywhere, isn't there? You know, no matter where you go there's zombies, and then you get the big nasty zombies that will kill you if you're not careful. You don't have different types of zombies in DayZ. You just have the regular shamblers who then get a bit angry and start chasing you around. And the danger with the zombies in DayZ is the number of zombies. You know, 1 zombie easy, 2 zombies harder, 3 zombies can be deadly. I mean, 2 zombies can be deadly. You've got to be very careful. They'll kill you in a very short period of time, or they'll scratch you and you'll start bleeding. The doors to this place. Plenty of motorbike helmets. Climb over this? Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that is brilliant. That is so good that we can do that. Oh look, so here's a barrel. So barrels have permanence, so I could take this barrel somewhere. I could put stuff in it, and whatever I put in the barrel would stay there when I sort of leave the server. Dry sack, again they're good for keeping things dry. What tends to happen in DayZ is things do get wet when it rains or you go for a swim, but they do dry out. Be interesting to see in this update whether that ruins things. Like things like ammunition do dry out. Little boat. Some netting. Useful for making ghillie suits and camouflage. Probably shouldn't run because without the ability to open up my cans of food, up my energy too much. We should be hitting we should be going around the corner. We should be seeing a lighthouse fairly soon. And when we get around the corner then we'll be heading towards Kamashobo, which is a small town. But it will have probably it'll have a drinking a water pump for drinking, a few buildings, so we should be able to find a tin opener or at least a knife of some description. I don't know whether we could see if we can make a stone knife. I'm not sure if we can. I was hoping we could like whack the rock. A chunk of rock would split off, and that would then be a stone knife for us. There's a chance of fire. Right, we've got another drink. Pipsy. Nice. You can find things like mushrooms and apples and pears. There's fruit trees. Let's check our shoes. Because they were worn, weren't they? They're damaged. Okay, so let's get rid of these. Let's put on those other shoes. There we go. All of your clothing becomes worn over time, and if you get attacked by zombies, and shoes just wear as you're running around, and also depending on what surface you're running on. Gloves become worn when you slide down ladders. If you slide down ladders without wearing gloves, you cut your hands. Dry sack. No food or anything. So over here, that's where the lighthouse would be. Let's head inland a little bit. Other threats apart from zombies, you get wolves, which are very, very, very dangerous. And when we get the new map in a month or so time, there's going to be bears, which again I imagine will be super dangerous. Let's have a quick look at the map. Might be worth. It's quicker just to follow the road round rather than follow the coastline at this point. Get a bit of a wiggle on. We should be able to make it to Kamishovo before I have to call it a night on the stream. Head into the woods, see if we can pick up a lucky mushroom. Oh. We got a crash happening. Ooh. Wow. Game crashed. That is interesting. Now, hopefully, the stream is going to keep going. I think Twitch is quite good at just pausing the stream until the game comes back. Let's have a look. Now, I haven't had a hard crash like that in DAYZ in an awful long time. Hopefully this isn't an indication that this new patch has got a little bit of a bug in it. But that definitely was a hard crash. Wow. So what I'll do now is actually, this is probably a good time to sort of finish the stream. But what I'll do is I'll quickly show you the if I can, I'll show you the character creator before we call it a day. Because the other thing you see, I can't log into the private server, because if I log into the private server, I've got to show you the password. And you need to be able to join the Patreon or join the YouTube channel. So here we go. So that's my character. So we have the customized character. And this, I'd imagine, will change for when you've got a new spawn. Just click through the different characters. Obviously, they're all just sort of presets, which is quite cool. Change the colour of the hoodie, change the colour of the jeans, change the colour of the shoes, and that's it. Or X to randomise, which is probably cool. If we go to play, does that? Hopefully that would then put my character back to the way it was. But we'll have to leave that. Why choose account? Right, we'll have to leave it there, I think, because I've got to go and do something. I know it's not a massively long stream, but my first gameplay in the new Xbox private server. And again, if you want to join, hit the links down below. Got me over 18. Come and join the Discord, become a member of the Patreon, and or a member of YouTube channel, and have a chilled out version of DAYZ, much quieter version of Chernarus than you get on the public servers. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.